Ride along life worldwide. Feel the beat, feel the vibe. Amazing host leading the ride. Power to the people we shine. Giving fans what they need. Caribbean spirit, let's succeed. Every show with a good deed. Together we plant the seed. Ride along. Join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong. With the host, we belong.
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit Beacon.
With the host.
Looking for the ultimate island experience? Hop on the Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tour and explore Grenada like never before. Feel the tropical breeze, sip on authentic Caribbean rum punch, and cruise through Grenada's stunning scenery in our unique and fun tuk-tuks. It's the perfect blend of adventure and island flavor. Book your unforgettable tour now at ride.gd or call 473-422-1011. Don't just see Grenada, experience it with Ride Tuk Tuk Rum Punch Tours today.
Hi guys, welcome to Ride Along Live for today's Thursday. And first of all, let me apologize for the late start. I had a bit of issue getting into the studio. I passed by the granny tank there, and I was delayed. Let's put it like that, right? Nevertheless, the show must go on. The show must continue. Volume up. That's the reason why we are a little bit late, guys. And you know, I don't like to be late. My skin itch when I'm late. So, we got a lot to talk about. How are you doing, everyone? Welcome to the program, Ride Along Live for today. And today we're going to talk to herbalist extraordinaire. Of course, you know this gentleman. He's a prominent fixture on the program. Well, let me make sure that my microphone is where it's supposed to be. Yeah. All right. Yeah. He's a prominent feature on the program. In fact, he is globally acclaimed. And the only reason why I got a chance to connect with my next guest here today, because I saw him in St. George's today. And, you know, I haven't spoken to him in so long. And there are so many people that have been contacting us and asking us the question about, you know, how they could improve their life, whether sexually or otherwise, herbally. Because a lot of people want to go natural, right? A lot of people hate to do, you know, the medication and all that other stuff. Now, Patrick Dells is the person that I'm talking about, guys. And he have discovered a herbal way. And not knowing, Patrick Dells have been doing this for many, many, many years. And today he's here to share his thoughts and information with you. So go ahead and share the program. How are you guys doing? Share, everybody. Share it, Smith. Big up yourself. Share it. Hey, Smith, Rennie, Rona, how you doing? Yvette James, how you doing? Welcome. Guys, when you share, I want you to say, I share. Let me do it as well, because I want everybody to hear this. Men as well as women. Because there are a lot of women who they have a diminished sex drive, right? And it's affecting their relationship. Similarly, we have some men who have diminished sex drive and it is affecting them as well, right? So this is for as much men as it is women. So everybody needs to watch. Everybody needs to share more. How are you doing? And I know we're late, guys. I know we're late, so we got to share it. Let me add followers as well over here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, you share. Nice. Clive, thank you so much. I'm trying to share here, but my internet on my phone is a bit... All right, you share. All right, share again. You share once. I want you to share one more time. Because we're a little bit late. A lot of people probably think, are we not on? Lynn, George, how are you doing? You share? When you share, I want you to say, I want you to go to add followers. You can add followers so everybody will be able to, all your followers and friends will be able to catch it. Hold on. Doing it here as well. Yes, share it to everybody, guys. Men as well as women could benefit from this conversation. Add followers here. Add followers. Yes. There we go. All right, nice. All right, guys. So we ain't wasting no more time. Let's get the man himself. Let's see if we could. Let me see if we already have him on. Let me see. Where is he? There he goes. Guys, I'm talking about the one and only, globally acclaimed Patrick Dells. How you doing, sir? Hold on. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Loud and clearly.
Yeah.
How you been? How you been, Patrick?
Well, I was still something really like busy like a bee, you know? When you saw me today, I had some patients from St. Lucia that came in yesterday, and they came in for treatment, you know?
Yeah.
And one person had troubles in the eyes, and then another person had troubles with diabetes. And we had a sister who just left yesterday from the British Virgin Islands, and she came in with lupus, you know? Yeah, so she left this morning. So people are coming, man, and people are getting aware. They're being aware of going to the natural way of life, you know? And they're getting better that way, you know? Don't wait till it gets to be very chronic before you can try to treat it, because it become more difficult. So you got to catch it and nip it in the bud as fast, as quick as you can. Otherwise, when that disease start taking over the organ system, you're going to have a lot of problem eventually. So people are responding to what we're doing, and we had a lot of people today. We just finished. Yesterday was even worse, and the day before was even worse. A lot of people here because I'm only here for a little while, so they're rushing, because they want to stay well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What are you seeing most of right now? What kind of patients are you seeing mostly of at this point?
Mostly cancer.
Wow.
Yeah, cancer and autoimmune diseases and herpes simplex viruses. Herpes, HPV, but mostly herpes. We had a couple of young ladies who are between the age of 19 and 25 who have HIV in Grenada. So we have to teach our people about looking out for these viruses, because they are very rampant here. And if I'm not going to get people scared, but the medical system here mentioned there a couple of weeks ago, I believe, if I'm wrong, correct me, that they've seen a lot of increase in chlamydia in Grenada, and even viruses like HSV in younger people now. So we have to teach our younger people not to be too loose, Yeah.
Right.
And we have to go back to the olden days. It took us 6 months before you could get some pussycat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, pussycat in one day.
Yeah. He coming up.
Please, man. You have to be blunt because big people, but that's what's happening today. And a lot of our young people now is not being aware, and they don't understand how HIV works, how HIV works. So then they just, because the sister we have HIV, and she and the brother broke up, and now he's not being treated. and you're going to pass it on to somebody else. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's the reason why I'm trying to teach my little 15-year-old daughter. I say, always look for when you get older, make sure that you look for a man that have a passion for God. That's number one. And number two, make sure that now you got to get your test done before you have sex intercourse. That's the way it is now in the whole world, not only in Grenada. You see what I'm saying? Because
Yes.
these viruses are very rampant in the whole of the Caribbean countries too.
Yeah.
So it's all about prevention, you know.
Patrick, let's first talk about cancer, because I do have a lot of friends that are in states. I have one friend in particular, a very close friend of mine. I believe she's in stage 3 cancer.
Mhm.
What could someone do to slow down the progression, or to, well, I don't know if you say cure, I don't know the term that you use, but to treat cancer? What
Well,
what
I don't use the word cure.
Okay,
Because when you use the word cure, they have the FDA coming to run after you eventually. So I don't use the word cure,
right.
and that's why they lock up a lot of people because they use the word cure. I don't use the word cure. I say that the body heal itself. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So if you get a cut today, yeah, and say for instance you don't get any stitches though, but the cut heals after a couple of days. Am I correct? Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So that tells us that the body heals itself. If you have a liver that is enlarged and you have the ALT and AST and alkaline phosphatase, which are liver enzymes, they're very high. Once you can feed the liver what the liver needs, the liver have the ability to heal itself, and then the macrophages, what we call the Kupffer cells, help the body know to fix the liver. So the
Right.
body can heal itself once the body is put back in balance. The problem with a lot of people is because they're not in balance. The body is in balance. And once they are in balance, plus lots of people do not understand that when you have a sickness or a disease, you have to have a strong mind. You can't be negative. See what I'm saying? You can't be gossiping. You can't have bad mind, because in no way you're going to fix a disease like that. If all these things are there clogging up the body from healing itself, you think what happens? So that's why we say that if you have a disease, you have to forget about all the badness, all the jealousy, all the envy, leave them alone, because that alone can make the body heal itself. You see what I'm saying? So when cancer is in the third stage, then we're looking at, for if the woman have breast cancer, for instance, and if she have ER, we call the different types of breast cancer. There's ER breast cancer,
Right.
there is HER, there is DCIS, ductal carcinoma in situ, and there's the BRCA gene, which is the most aggressive cancer in terms of breast cancer. So if the woman have breast cancer, let's say she have ER breast cancer, estrogen receptor breast cancer, so it is estrogen driven, yeah? And her cancer is in her breast. If the
Uh-huh.
cancer is in the lobula of her breast, now that cancer can move into the lymph nodes if the woman is not being cautious of what she's putting back into her system. If she's ER breast cancer, you see? So the cancer moves into the lymph nodes, and if her T lymphocytes and her macrophages in the lymph node is not working properly because the vessels and fluids that flow parallel to the bloodstream, the lymphatic system that is, then the cancer goes there, and then the lymph carries it into the chest cavity, into her lung. And then they call it stages: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. When the cancer gets into the liver from the chest cavity or go to the brain, then it's more difficult to
Uh-huh.
repair. That's what I said to woman is that you can have cancer in the breast, like we're treating a patient who came in tonight, have breast cancer. It's not spreading because it's just in her breast. You see what I'm saying? She just came
Right.
from the UK, and the cancer just stay in the breast because the breast is not an organ. But when that cancer leaves the breast now, and it moves into the lymph system, and the lymph system carries it into the lung is an organ now, it can disrupt the function of the lung, and then the trouble starts. So that's what we have to teach our women to help to prevent, or even the men too, from prostate cancer, to prevent the cancer from moving from one place to the next. So once the cancer moves and it goes into another location, it forms a colony there, and then it branches off again. So the key to helping the man and the woman to repair cancer is to prevent the cancer from creating blood vessels.
Mm.
So they stick on the blood vessels, yeah?
Right.
And then they create all these blood vessels because they can feed, because they need to feed too. But your NK, mark it down for me, women and men, your NK cells, natural killer cells, have the ability to cause these cancer cells to create apoptosis called cell death. The medical system don't teach them that though. You see what I'm saying to you, brother? So if you, the woman or the man, can prevent that cancer cell from sticking on the vascular walls and creating blood vessels, the cancer can spread. And that's where when a woman have ER breast cancer, estrogen driven, she has to use estriol. She has to use melatonin. You see, that is ER breast cancer, estrogen driven, HER and PR, not BRCA gene, not DCIS. She has to go to the estriol because the doctor will teach her that. So she now can prevent the cancer from sticking on the blood vessel and feed and grow. That's number one. Number two, if we can, and that's what the medical system don't fix cancer yet.
Okay. Yeah.
If we can, are you
hear
hearing me now? Yeah, I'm hearing you
Are
now.
you hearing
Yes.
me?
Yes.
Yeah, go
Somebody
ahead.
was calling the phone. Yeah. If
No
we
problem.
can now teach the woman and the man when they have cancer to prevent that cancer cell from creating a substance called ATP. I want you all to mark it down for me. Yeah, ATP. It's made by our natural cells, but with our natural cells, it make the ATP to give our cells energy. But with the cancer cells, it makes triple of the ATP that our natural cells make. And what does it need to do that? Sugar. So the cancer cells need more ATP to make more cells grow and less oxygen. So what the woman and men have to learn, which they don't teach them, is to create more oxygen in that cancer cell so that you can stress that cancer cell out. And once you stress out the cancer cell, it can't grow because he can function in oxygen, but he can only function in a small amount of oxygen. But if you're giving too much of it, it's a problem. So for a good example is when a person have a stroke, they put them in a hyperbaric chamber, yeah? Or they have a bend, they get a bend, they put them in a hyperbaric chamber too. If you put too much oxygen in that person's system, in that hyperbaric chamber, it goes to the brain and it could damage the brain too. You see what I'm saying? So you have to know how much oxygen to put into that cancer cell so you can stress it out. That's what I'm learning from Dr. Lee and learning from Dr. Mitchell Gaynor. They're very great oncologists, but they go to the herbal kingdom also, although they're doing medical too. And that they get better results than a man who's a teaching a woman to just take chemotherapy and take, oxycodone for the pain or tamoxifen. You see what I'm saying? Because the cancer come back eventually. So when an oncologist tell a patient you are in remission, she don't have a cure. Remission is not a cure because they don't have no cures. You see what I'm saying to you? So because chemotherapy is not a cure and radiation is not a cure, I'm going to fight them down. They have their place, but the woman have to come back out into society now and rearrange her diet now. And once you rearrange her diet, now she has to prevent the cancer from coming back. That's the key. And that's what we teach them.
Wow. So there are naturopathic ways to deal with it. Because I know the first thing that they push someone to is chemotherapy.
But that's what I know. I understand. Because you see, when you go to an oncologist, all he knows is chemotherapy, radiation, and surgery. That's what he knows. So you have cancer in the breast of the woman. And because men could get breast cancer too, Richard Wilkie had that. Now, he just take out the breasts that have the cancer. So the question to the doctor is, okay, you remove the woman's breasts, you remove her uterus, like Paula Knox, remove her ovaries, you remove her tubes on the cervix, but Paula Knox still there from cancer after taking chemotherapy and radiation for over 2 years. She was in hospice and died in hospice. You see what I'm saying to you? So although they remove that part of the body that have the cancer is still there. They're only removing the part of the body that have it. That's a lodge in. Once they remove it, then if you remove that breast and you say to the person, okay, we remove all the cancer cells because the breast is gone, then how or why do you, the doctor, want to give the woman radiation and chemotherapy? Why? Because he knows for a fact that removing the breast is not 100% a cure. See, because he can get all the cancer cells, that's the reason why he must give you chemotherapy, because he said, you know what, in case, hear the word, in case one cell got away.
Yeah.
So then why you remove a breast in the first place? If you know one cell is going to get away anyway and give me more chemotherapy. You see what I'm saying to you, brother?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
but multiple myeloma and leukemia, myeloid leukemia, multiple myeloma, Hodgkin lymphoma, non-Hodgkin B diffuse, T cell lymphoma, they all cancer of the plasma cells or the stem cells. You see, or the bone marrow. You see,
Right.
so they're more difficult to repair because they're not really, too much forming cancers. But when you have breast cancer and they remove the breast, you know what I mean? The cancer's in the breast. If the cancer gets to the nodes, the doctor, can remove the nodes too. But the
Right.
woman gets lymphedema now because the nodes are not there, vested and fluid. So arms become very big. Then you got to give her antibiotics. So how you going to fix cancer that way? So
Wow.
I teach women, when I have a program for women only, I teach women when they have cancer, don't dye your hair. Leave it out. When you have cancer in the breast or in the ovaries, don't polish, don't use no nail polish unless it's natural. I teach the woman, when you have breast cancer, any kind of cancer of the reproductive system of the woman, you do the woman, then use no lipstick that have lead and all these chemicals. I teach the woman that when you have cancer in the reproductive system, you have to remove all the chemicals, all the Clorox that you inhale on a regular basis. Yeah? Because the body has to be more in balance and clean and proper. And then the cancer don't come back. That's what I teach her. So when I teach her that, like Christine, and Christine was cancer free, and she went to an oncologist and he said, "What did you do?" She gave him my program. You see what I'm saying? And the oncologist said, "Oh, I have a lot of cancer patients like with breast cancer, but you fixed it in what, 3 months? Let's call this guy." Because you look at the program and say, "Oh, this guy is different. Nothing with chemicals." You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, and a lot of people say to a lot of women, cancer cannot thrive in an alkaline system and blah, blah, blah. So a lot of people dying from cancer, the body's alkaline. That's not true either. The key is to, and I always teach women or people who have cancer, the key is to prevent that cancer cell from creating blood vessels. That's the key. And that's what the medical system will know yet. That's why they can't fix cancer. They can only treat you. They can't cure you because they don't know how to prevent angiogenesis. But Dr. Budwig, look him up for me. Dr. Budwig said, very smart doctor, very wise guy. He said, if we can get the cancer cell to go back to the resting place, we will fix cancer. You see what I'm saying to you, brother?
Right.
Because remember, you have the electron transport system. Yeah?
Yeah.
And all these cells that come into your lung, keep you breathing. That's a cell in the lung. Then you have a liver cell. The liver cell is supposed to keep all the enzymes well. Yeah? Then you have the brain cells. You have the breast cells. You have all the cells. So each cell have a purpose in that particular area. So when the electron transport is transporting the cells, and say a free radical come in and he steal an electron, and he come in again and he steal another one, he steal 3 of them, then your electron transport system become impaired, and then the cell that's supposed to go into your lung, he is lost, and he gets into your liver, but he's not a liver cell, and the liver cell, "Hey, you, what you doing here? You're supposed to be in your lung to keep me breathing. Why you in my liver?" And then you form a colony there. They don't teach people that. And that's why Dr. Budwig said, if you can get the cell to go back to the resting place where it's supposed to be, you can fix cancer. That's what he's trying to do with our people, you know.
Awful stuff.
Yes, sir. It is, man. Yes, sir.
Now, there are so many different ways that people are trying, and it seems to me, Patrick, there are more people that have been calling me complaining of cancer than I've ever seen before. And I think it has to do with diet. It has to do with diet. I mean, you eat the American, you get the American disease. Yes.
Let me tell you something. I don't want to sit on your program because you know they're going to block you.
Right.
We know for a fact Dr. Budwig, Dr. Butch said in 2021, and he's pro syringe. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
He's pro syringe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Dr. Butch, I looked at him, and Dr. Butch, who is he's pro syringe. He said, "Listen, you see this guy right here that you all putting a syringe in people for?" He said, in 2 years, cancer will rise. And he said, if you had cancer and you took that syringe again during that 2021, 2022, he said it's going to come back. And he said also that you're all going to see a rise in autoimmune diseases. And he said it, and that's what's happening today. They want to doubt that, but it's reality. So that's where you have 5 states in America suing Pfizer. That's part of it, not all of it, because a lot of people didn't take the screen and they have cancer too. So we go back to diagnosis. That is important. So if you have a diet that is not feeding your NK cells, yeah, because once a cancer cell comes into your system and it mutates, we call it mutation. So you have what we call carcinogenic. So for instance, smoke foods called stomach cancer. You see what I'm saying? That's why stomach cancer is so prevalent in China, because a lot of people over there eat more food. So if you eat, because it's carcinogenic. Carcinogenic turn to what? Initiation. Initiation turn to what? Progression. Progression turn to what? Metastasis. So you have to know that if a cell becomes sick and he mutates, meaning that he changed into a sick cell, your cells supposed to look and say, yo, you sick guy, they eat him up before he can give you cancer. But because lots of people don't eat the right foods together, you know, they're eating morning, noon, night. They don't clean. They don't do no parasitic cleanse as the older people do. That's why I said we have to go back to the way of the elders, brother. You see? That's what I'm teaching my people. Go back to the way of the elders. Every so often, every 3 months, do a parasitic cleanse to move parasites and yeast out of the system. Keep the mucous membranes healthy. Keep the cell membranes well. And then you combine your foods properly. You have good elimination. And then automatically, ginger, have gingerol, and gingerol from ginger, and coumarin from turmeric. What they do, they help to increase the function of the NK cells, called the natural killer cells. So before a cell can develop into a tumor, he is dead by that killer cell called NK cells. How many people you know have good NK cells? How many people you know have good cytotoxic cells? And they come and tell us there's no cure for viruses. So how come the same medical system tells you that the NK cells and the cytotoxic cells kill cancer cells and kill cells that is what? Infected with a virus. You see what I'm saying? People eating in the night time, they don't sleep. You go on Wall Street and 1 o'clock in the morning, people eating fried foods. And when you're sleeping is when the body's supposed to heal. Your body don't heal when you're walking around all day, brother. Your body heal when you start sleeping. Endocrine glands, pituitary, adrenals, pancreas start to regenerate. 1 a.m., 2 to 3 a.m. in the morning, liver cells, I'm starting to regenerate. By 3 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. in the morning, the kidney says, oh, I got to pick up all the acid from the tissue. So the kidney picks up all the acid from the tissue between 3 a.m. and 4:30 a.m. and it chuck it into your urine. So you must pee in the morning. And the pee that you pee is supposed to be 5.0, 6.5 acidic. So if you're up all night eating a set of food, yeah, long term, it's going to catch up with you. And if you're prone to get cancer, that's what you're going to get. If you're prone to get diabetes, that's what you're going to get, because it's increasing now and cancer taking over Grenada too. If you are prone to get high blood pressure, that's what you're going to get, because the body takes a lot. But when it's ready to rebel, he starts to rebel on you, because you know what? He put you in jail, brother. See, because we eating in the night time. Restaurant open at 10 o'clock in the night when you're supposed to be sleeping. The body don't function. When you're sleeping, the digestive system don't work. You have to keep it calm so that it starts to regenerate. So then the next day you get up, you break fast. You hear the word break fast. You must break the fast from the night before. Right. So that's why cancer is so prevalent. So the person have cancer, they go take chemotherapy, they do radiation, they do surgery, and then they have to say, doc, what can I eat? Doctor say, go back and eat anything. So he or she go back and eat the same foods, have the same habits that they had before that gave them the cancer in the first place, and the cancer come back and kill them or be coming with a vengeance. So I'm going back to the Bible again, the scriptures. Christ said to a man, he said, listen to me. I'm going to take out that demon from your system, though, bro. And he said, when I take out the demon, I want you to go to the altar and give your arms to the Most High God, you know, and ask him for forgiveness. But he said, if you go back, hear the word? He said, if you go back and you do the same old stuff that you've been doing before, he said that devil is going to come back he's going to come back with 7 more devils, more dangerous than him. And the state of you, that man, going to be detrimental. You're going to die. So when they go back eating the same old food, they give them the cancer because the doctor tell them go back and do this, and do the same thing. The cancer come back and kill them in 3 months. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So cancer is the #1 killer of Grenadians right now.
Yes. Yes. Guys, if you just started to watch, we're speaking here with Patrick Devs. I hope you guys got your notebook and stuff like that, because this is important stuff, right? And hence the reason why sometimes when we have such important programs, a lot of people shy away from it. And then they say, we like Bacchanal. This is an informational program that you guys should be watching and paying attention to. If you love yourself, you love your loved ones, the people that's around you, you would get them in listening and paying attention to what Patrick Dells is saying, right? Very, very important stuff.
When they could always talk about Bacchanal, you know, but that is all right, because you know when they talk about the Bacchanal and the cancer hit their household, they run to the man. Yeah? And then when the man can't fix them, they run to the herbalist. You see what I'm saying to you? Because Dr. Mitchell Gaynor said, and he's an oncologist, Dr. Mitchell Gaynor said, 1 in every 3 households is going to have cancer between 2023 and 2025. Dr. Mitchell Gaynor said, he said, you all can talk, all you all going to talk now, but when you go and sit in front of a doctor, oncologist, and he says to you, hey, you got prostate cancer, you got lung cancer at 4th stage, then you're going to think about what we say today to you every day. Yeah. That's what's going to happen. So you can talk about Bacchanal, all kind of Bacchanal thing, go ahead and talk about the Bacchanal. All of you have to death sometime, yeah? But why you run to a doctor when you're sick? If you know you're going to you want to die, everybody will die. All of us going to die eventually. Yes, we are. But you know what? I want to live a good quality of life when I'm getting older. I don't want my children to put me in a nursing home. You all feel because they're young, they want to live. They all are getting old like everybody else. You're getting up there in age. And the thing is, whatever you do when you were younger, it catches up with you when you get older. So they could talk about Bacchanal, but eventually when they get sick and they see, because the sickness is no, it's not like before. And as the same Bill Gates tell them in the next 5 years, and next one coming worse than COVID, they better get ready. Because I'm ready. I got my gas mask ready. They better get ready. And they're going to talk about, there's so much food around. Oh yeah? There was food shortages in Egypt in Joseph days. 7 years of plenty, 7 years of famine. You all think it's going to be easy? It's going to be getting worse. So not because the market full of food today, you're going to get food eventually, because eventually the farmers the land could just dry up. No rain can fall. Yeah? You want to know what's going on or what? Read the scriptures, man. It's happening every day. Pestilence shall increase. So all I'm talking about the Bacchanal, talk about the Bacchanal. Go and have a good time and go on Wall Street and drink your alcohol. And, drink your rum, because rum give women breast cancer too.
Right.
Go ahead. And then when you come to the herbalist, and the herbalist say, yo, $1,000. You say, oh, that's a lot of money, man.
I know. Very informative stuff. Very informative stuff. Let's talk about some of the sexually transmitted disease, Patrick. Before we speak about men and women's sexual health, because we're going to touch on that as well. I know a lot of you guys want some information on that. But let's talk specifically about the STDs. There are some STDs that are deemed uncurable. I believe it's syphilis, right? Deemed uncurable. What could someone do naturopathically to prepare their bodies, or even if they do have it, how do they get their body to heal itself in the process of that sexually transmitted disease? All right,
I just mentioned to you a while ago, you have the NK cells, right?
Yes.
Natural killer cells, you have the cytotoxic cells. They call it cytotoxic cells because they release chemicals. They also can create cytokine too. Yeah? Inflammation, cytokine storm. So these cells are there to kill what? They cannot do that either. Let a doctor come on your program and say, Patrick, you're lying. They know for a fact that your NK cells kill tumors, cancer cells. They know for a fact that your NK cells kill cancer cells, viruses, bacteria, fungi, parasites. They know that for a fact. They know for a fact that when a virus comes into your system, you have IgG, IgA, IgM, they're antibodies. They don't kill viruses, but they can hold the virus. And then they send a signal to your cells. And your B cells come And your cells come, the T cell come and say, okay, we're going to fight a battle to kill that virus. That's how it works, you know. Yeah? And they fight the battle. If you have good immunity now, yeah? They fight the battle. When they fight that battle and that virus is dead, then if the viral load is high, then the cells called the T helper cells, and the T helper cells, the more they come in and they're more dangerous now. That's the B cells now. They start to kill the virus. When the virus is dead, Junior George, the T suppressor cells come in and say to your cells, listen, you kill HSV, you kill HIV, you kill HPV. No, you want to cool off, because if the T suppressor cells do not stop that cell from cooling off and firing, he can fire and kill you long term. And that's why people have what we call long COVID, because the immune system didn't know to turn off. You see what I'm saying to you? So the suppressor cell come and he say, okay, cool off. And the immune cells say, okay, I killed the virus now, so that's good. Now, you have the cells now gone into the immune system, and they're looking for any cell that got away, and they kill that cell. And then your B memory cell, God is great. Your B memory cell memorize that virus so it cannot come back in. And that's why when you get COVID, one time you get COVID, 2 times, it's not the same virus. And that's why they give you the booster shot, because they're trying to fool the virus from mutating. That's what it is, brother. So you can kill anything. But here what they tell us now, they said to you, well, when the virus gets into the envelope of the cells, what happens? That's but because the virus can fool your immune system too, just like cancer cells do. Because cancer cells can camouflage and move into the bloodstream, and your cells don't pick them up either. But guess what? Uncode them. Tangerine skin, orange peel, golden apple skin, grapefruit skin, they call it MCP, modified sexual spectrin, that uncode the cancer cells. So when that virus gets into the envelope of your cells, your immune system can't see them. So for instance, if you, Junior George, send me a letter in the mail, Patrick Dell from Junior George, I look at the envelope, but I don't know what's in the envelope though. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know the content of the envelope. I can't read it from the outside. So I have to go in, I have to open the envelope. Then I say, okay, here, and I read what Junior George sent me. You see what I'm saying to you? Yeah. Right. No. So when a virus is so smart and he goes into the envelope of the cells, your immune system cannot see him. So we incorporate a molecule called, mark it down for me, women and men, MHC molecule. Don't let them tie you all up. Just tell them what. MHC molecule. We incorporate that molecule with peptides. And once we incorporate that molecule with peptides, now the MHC molecule go and it open the envelope of the cells. Yeah, and he said, oh, there you are, sucker HIV. There you are, sucker HPV. And he said, immune system comes, and then your immune system start to fire them and kill them off. Wow. That's the God-given immune system. The reason why lots of people do not fix these things is because they have bad immunity. So HSV, herpes simplex virus 1 and 2 and 3 and 6. You also know that herpes virus 3 give you warts, like the HPV-16 virus from the suffix. HSV 1 and 2. When you have HSV 1 and HSV 2, one is on the lip, one is in the genital, one in your mouth, in the buttocks too. Yeah? But Dr. Herbert say, oh, we can cure viruses. How do you do that? They know to do that because they're going to damage your nerves. So what we do is 1 week, we use one set of plants, antiviral, and then the virus gets used to what we're doing, we change it around to fool the virus.
Oh, I see.
A lot of them know that.
I see.
And what they give the booster shot for, the booster shot is the same thing.
I see.
You understand? So when the virus is in the nerves, HSV that is, we go into the nerves. But we know that the immune system can kill the virus and the nerves, but it can also damage the nervous system too, because you keep on firing at the nerves too. And then the person that get tingling sensation in the fingers and the feet. So we have to do what? We have to give them Nervine to protect the nervous system from the immune system damaging the nerves.
Right.
You see what I'm saying, bro? So when we went to Ohio, and we had the brother who had HSV, and we fixed his HSV, and we went to the doctor, asked, and I said to her, I said, why you all said there's no cure for all these viruses if the T cells kill viruses? Well, that's what people were taught. That's what they were taught. But look at him right. He's negative now, though. She said yes. I said, okay, let me ask you a question, though. I say, does radiation fix cancer? No. Okay. I ask her again. I say, radiation is a poison because you all tell us do not stand up in front of a microwave because of radiation. You all told us do not take too much extra because of radiation. All the electromagnetic fields are wrong. It's radiation and they cause cancer. So then why are you giving people radiation for cancer? Doesn't radiation cause secondary cancers? Yes. So it could kill a cancer in here and cause the cancer to go someplace else.
Right.
See,
But
I dread, you know.
yeah, but that radiation kills both the good cells and the bad cells.
Well, chemotherapy does the same thing too.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But with the radiation, because it burn you up. Yeah? It burn you up, it kill the cancer cells. All yes, it does. But it causes cancer to go someplace else. So it can kill the cancer in your breast and give you cancer in your bones, on your shoulder. So I tell people every day, my natural radiation is ginger. Ginger oil. Ginger oil. Burn it up. Quit it up. But you see, ginger have no money. They can't patent ginger. They can't patent red clover. But they take periwinkle, the plant called periwinkle, they have 88 chemicals. And they remove 2 chemicals from periwinkle that good for cancer. And they put it in the drug called cisplatin. And they patent that though. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
But we keep the 88 chemicals in the periwinkle plant because the 2 chemicals that they remove from the periwinkle plant have a side effect. But when you put it with the other 86 chemicals in the periwinkle plant, the other 86 chemicals prevent the 2 chemicals that are good for cancer from giving you the side effect. You see, people have to be educated.
Yes. Yes.
Because the medical system make them feel that there's nothing else but chemotherapy, radiation, and surgery. That's what they know. I understand that. So I don't fight them down because sometimes I make people take chemotherapy too. It's not going to the stage of the cancer. So I would say, you know what? Take some chemotherapy because you have stage 4 cancer. It might work faster than the herbs because I'm a realist. So a lot of people fight me and say, you work with doctors, so you are a commercial herbalist. You have to work with doctors because we can't do these things like that. We can't do these tests. That's what they do. So you have to work with them. You see, but we know for a fact that they're good at ultrasounds, MRI, PET scans, you know what I mean? Blood work. They can stitch you up good, but they don't fix anything. And I understand that because I wasn't taught at a medical school. So a man like me come and say, yo, the body can heal itself, and I say that he's a quack. Yeah. So how come I take out Terry out of hospice, cancer free? After they put a 2 minutes bed, he couldn't eat. He's eating. How come I removed Christine out of hospice? How come we have Harold in Canada out of hospice from 4th stage cancer? How come Gary Bell, who had a stem cell transplant from non-Hodgkin lymphoma and the cancer came back, how come he's still living up to this day? We don't want to boast, but because God is the greatest healer. But because people are so brainwashed into believing that chemotherapy is your choice and radiation is your choice, and so they have their place, but they don't fix nothing.
Yes. Yes.
So to answer your question, to viruses and syphilis, the body can heal itself because the body have the ability with the NK cells and all the other cells, T cells and B cells, to kill anything that is coming to harm you. And that's the reason why I said to the women and men, when you have lupus, when you have scleroderma, when you have muscular dystrophy, when you have myasthenia gravis, when you have multiple sclerosis, those are diseases that have what you call an overactive immune response. Yeah? And that same immune system that a person who have lupus have, how come that same immune system could fire and kill the kidney and burn them up? Because that's how dangerous it is if it is in balance. But if it's overactive, because we're doing the wrong things, then the same immune system that they say is no good could come back and mess us up, kill us too. So that's why doctors are now doing immunotherapy for what we call people who have multiple myeloma. They put out the cells from the body and they turn them into monsters to go back in and kill the cancer cells. You see what I'm saying to you? So they have to come out our way. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to move into another one, Patrick. Before we go into the men and women sexual health, fibroids. Fibroids affect a large cross section, especially of Black people. I have a friend. She went in and they told her that her fibroids is so big that it can't come out. So there is a process that she had to go through to try to shrink it or to get it out in some kind of way, starting to affect her breathing and another aspect of her natural life. What is the process of reducing fibroids, and especially in a lot of Black women that have fibroids, whether it's small or it's big? How do you treat that naturally?
Black women is full of fibroids. Black men full of prostate cancer too. Now, fibroids feed on estrogen. Women learn that. Yeah? So if a woman is constipated and she have recycling estrogen coming back into her portal vessel, her fiber is going to feed and grow. And that's why a doctor will tell you, once the woman is going through menopause, your fibroid shrinks because you're low in estrogen. But if you're suffering from the HPA axis after menopause, you can still have fibroids, even though you're going through menopause. So when the fibroids grow, they grow because they feed on estrogen. What have estrogen? The food that you all eating on a regular basis, Black woman. You all are queens. You all are our queens. You all Black women are our empresses. You are our princesses. We don't want you all using your reproductive system because that's what they know. So your liver is the key in preventing fibroids and preventing them from coming back, because your liver have to break down and convert estrone, which is the what? The angel of death, and estradiol, which is the angel of death. And estriol, to you, the woman, is the angel of life. So you, the woman, have to help your liver to convert estrone, which is the angel of death, into estriol, which is the angel of life. Yeah? And then it's being excreted through your bowels. You, the woman, have to make sure that you have the pituitary gland in your brain, normalizing both your estrogen levels and your progesterone levels to normalize your LH, luteinizing hormone, and your follicle stimulating hormone. Once the FSH and LH is normalized by the pituitary gland, which receive a signal from the hypothalamus gland, then you, the woman, estrogen and progesterone become balanced. And it helps your ovaries, and it prevents you, the woman, from getting what? PCOS and also fibroids. But because you're eating in plastic bowls, and you're putting your plastic bowls in your microwave oven with hormones, and you have all your water in your plastic bottles, and you're putting it in your refrigerator, and you're drinking that, and you have all your makeup and stuff. You have all your thing on your fingers looking pretty with all these chemicals. Yeah, you're showering on a shower that have chlorine and fluoride. When you put in hot water in your skin, the pores open, and you're eating chicken and cheese and eggs and milk that have all the estrogen that man made, that come from the man who made them. They call it synthetic estrogen. Plus, your environmental system is bad with all this estrogen, all these pesticides. How are you going to fix your trouble with fibroids when you really know that all these are the culprits of you getting fibroids eventually? So what we do, I don't treat big fibroids. And sometimes fibroids respond to herb. I'm very blunt, you know. He's talking crap. Herbalists, yes, herbalists going to come and tell you all this kind of crap. They lie to you all. Sometimes fibroid will respond to herbs and then sometimes they don't. And if they don't, the woman will have to go and remove them surgically.
Mm-hmm.
But she can prevent them from forming. If they're small, like 3 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 5 centimeters, when they're over 10 centimeters, I don't treat them because they're too big. That's like a pregnant woman. So she have to either go to the doctor, gynecologist, and they have to either do a surgery, either remove the whole uterus and leave the ovaries there, or she remove the fibroids, but they come back eventually. She do the same thing. You see what I'm saying? But if they're small, we can use chase tree to normalize the function of the pituitary gland. We can use dang quai that shrink fibroids and increase uterine circulation. We can use shepherd's purse in case the woman have menorrhagia, bleeding, excessive bleeding. We can use another herb called sapalmetto, which they say it's good for men, but helps to prevent fibroids from getting bigger. We can use another herb called raspberry leaf that strengthens the woman's uterus and tonify the uterus, and we can use another herb called mother's wort, acazanemenagogue, and other plants like cypress root and white peony, and all these herbs and red clover and padiaco, and shrink the fibroids if they're small. If they're big, we don't bother. Unless it's over a certain amount of centimeters, I will ask the woman to go and Google a company called Allergy Research Group and look for a product called Vascustatin. Mark it on woman, Vascustatin, and that product was made by some doctors that shrink big tumors in rats. So they decide to give it to women who have big fibroids. So that is where a woman can go to get a product that will shrink bigger fibers than more than 10 centimeters. Yeah.
Right.
So
Right, because there were treatment that's presented where it forced the woman into menopause, which makes sense what you were saying, because in menopause they have they produce less estrogen, correct?
yeah, because the estrogen level drops, so the fibers can't feed. So the doctor will say to her, you know what? Estrogen level drops, fibroids won't feed. But how come the woman who is 65 have fibroids still?
Yes, that's the question.
That's what I'm saying. Because that woman how come the woman who is go through postmenopausal, how come she getting breast cancer? And she have ER breast cancer. Why? Because the doctor don't teach them that the woman who is over 50 and 60 and going through menopause already, she have the HPA axis. Women learn it. Hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenals. So the adrenals is say, you know what? There's no estrogen in the woman because she's over 50 already. So the adrenals send a signal to the pituitary and say, pituitary, I want you to produce lots of prolactin. The pituitary say, okay, well, there's not enough estrogen, so I'm going to produce a lot of prolactin. So her pituitary gland in her brain starts producing a lot of prolactin. Now she get a tumor in her pituitary gland from hyperlactin levels, or she get breast cancer too from hyperlactin. And then the prolactin levels say, oh, I'm high now. So you know what? My receptor from my prolactin levels that high, I'm going to stimulate the woman's estrogen receptor, even though she's going through menopause. And then when I stimulate that estrogen receptor, the postmenopausal woman, will have excessive amount of estrogen, which can give her breast cancer. That's what it is, brother. That's what I'm saying.
Well, listen, in a little bit, I'm going to give you Patrick's number so you guys could call him, because I see a lot of questions coming in. There's one question here. Marcia is asking, can a high dose of 400 IU of vitamin D help reduce fibroids?
No, it can get rid of fibrocystic breast disease, not fibroids.
Okay. All right.
To shrink fibroids, you have to use herbs that have shrinking ability. Vitamin E don't have that. So you have to use herbs that have betulin, and inulin. And they are herbs like orange peel can shrink fibroids because orange peel have anti-tumor activity. You see what I'm saying? Podiaco can shrink fibroids. Red clover can shrink fibroids. Danqui can shrink fibroids. Chase tree don't shrink fibroids, but it normalizes the woman's pituitary to normalize her LH and FSH, and in turn her estrogen and her progesterone is normalized. So her fibroids don't grow. And the sapalmetto don't shrink fibroids either, but the sapalmetto will prevent the fibroids from becoming bigger.
Right. How do you take those, like the orange peel? How do you make it into a tea?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you make it into a tea?
Yeah. A lot of women use castor oil packs too. Castor oil packs can help. If the woman have fibrocystic breast disease, she have a lump in her breast, she have fibroids, she can use the castor oil packs, and that helps to melt the fibroids too, Yeah,
Okay.
but vitamin E will shrink fibroid. Vitamin E help with women who have fibrocystic breast disease.
Okay.
Yeah, and try to look for the DL is not the right one. DL means deliver less. She's looking for the D, vitamin E. D, Choiceli, I believe. D means deliver, DL means deliver less. So when you go to the supermarket or you go to the pharmacy, you see mark vitamin E and the mark in the back DL, throw it back. You don't need that. Mark deliver less. Look for the one that mark D. Okay, woman? Yeah?
Okay. I hope they're taking notes, guys, men and women. I hope all they're taking notes. So much information, Patrick, and I know we have a little time. I want to
Yeah.
move into a segment right now. A lot of people want to find out about, because this is affecting relationship, it's affecting love life, it's affecting marriage.
It been affecting my marriage though. My pee, my ticky, my prick, my dick, my heart, my kokos. It's hard like a rock every day. I just stop it in the morning time.
I ain't even said yet.
My wife is young, I have a young wife. I can't mess around, bro. I keep
Okay.
the
So for men, Patrick, for men, how do
Yeah.
men, how men, how should men, or what should men do to keep that libido, to keep that PP, that penis, that whatever you call it,
kokos.
and cocos, all of them thing, and them they always ready and there for when the women need to be pleasured, whether it's night or day. How do you maintain that?
Let me say this. A lot of men feel, a man come to me and say, yo, Patrick, I want to go and kill a thing tonight. I say, kill what? He said, I want to go and kill a pussycat. I say, Bridget, you cannot kill no pussycat, brother. The pussycat has killed all you eventually long term. Because when the pussycat dead and your penis dead, pussycat still there.
Yeah,
Because
true.
you could have killed it. You understand? So
can't-
what happens to a lot of men is at 17 to 30 years of age, we men produce sperm every day. And that's why the 17-year-old, like my son is 18, he could have sex 5 times for the night because he's producing sperm every day. Let him, my son, get to be 50 and 60, and he can only make 2. I said,
Yeah.
I just do 1, and 1 is what I want. You just say 1. Why? Because you want to kill me off? When I was 18 and I want to still have a good hard on 80 and 90. So I just tell him 1 wrong. The young boy say 5. Next day he come, the old boy say, how much? He say, I make 4. Old boy say, I make 1. Next day he come back, he say, young boy, how much I make? Young boy say, I make 3. Old boy say, I make 1. Old boy come back the next day, young boy, how much I make? He say, I make 2. Old boy say, I make 1. Next day, young boy say, old boy say, how much I make, young boy? Young boy say, I make 1. Old boy say, I make 1. Next day, the young boy come. Old boy say, how much I make? He say, I make none. Old boy say, I make 1. You understand? Because at 30 years of age, when you pass 30, you do not produce sperm every day. A lot of children teach these men that. You produce sperm every 3 days. That's Chinese medicine now.
Yes.
So when you having sex at 45, you want to have sex Monday, you want to have sex Tuesday, you want to have sex Thursday, you want to have sex Friday. Look what you're killing. You see what you're killing right there? You're killing your prostate gland. Because your prostate gland secretes a prostatic fluid. And the purpose of that prostatic fluid is to send that fluid into our men testicles to give our sperm a great velocity. Yeah? And in order for us to have good prostate health, we have to have zinc. Yeah? Because zinc is found in abundance in the prostate gland and in the thymus gland too. So every time we ejaculate zinc. See? So if we keep on ejaculating and we having the prostate gland do nothing all the time, after a while the prostate gland say, oh boy, oh Jill, I'm tired. You're having sex Monday, you're having sex Tuesday, you feel the pussycat still begging you, and she feels she doing you a favor, she killing your butt long term. That's if the man is not wise. So we teach the man now that at the age of 30, past the age of 30, do not have sex every day. Have sex every 3 days. Because you have to remove that sperm too. You know what I mean? Because it could give you prostate cancer too long term. So we advise the men to do that. Now, the man who is between 30 and 50, he's suffering from ED, erectile dysfunction. So either he have plaque in the valve that's supposed to close when the blood is in the penis, yeah, in the pineal artery, yeah. The blood's supposed to go into the penis, and the blood's supposed to be here, and then the valve's supposed to close, and then the penis is supposed to be like that. It's not supposed to go in and fall down. Now, if the man have the valve that is full of plaque from bad eating habit from long term, then when the blood goes into the penis, the plaque is clogging up the Talia valve. And then automatically the valve can close to keep the blood in the penis. The valve's slightly open, you get an erection. But when you go into the pussy fall, and no one say, what happened to you're dead or what? You're dead. No blood, Lazarus in your blood, fireman. Because your valve messed up. You understand?
Yeah.
So what I do, I created a product called circulation formula for that. CJ? Circulation formula.
Circulation formula.
Yeah. So what that does, I put garlic in it, and I put ginger, and I put other herbs to clean up the arteries. Yeah. So when a man have ED, erectile dysfunction, that's what I give him. Yeah. That's the man between 30 and 50, because the man between 30 and 50 still have testosterone. He's still high in that particular hormone that gives us a sex drive. Once he passed 50 now, and he having trouble with not only ED, but with impotence now, then we give him what? We give him testosterone with nitric oxide. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because the nitric oxide helps to open the vessels so the blood can flow. While we clean up the genitalia valve and keeping the valve clean, so when the blood go in the penis, he can hold it there. You know? Then if he have that, we give him something called what? Libido Max. It makes doctor develop. You know, it's a gel that helps the blood to move kind of fast. When I come and green without a sell out quick.
Yeah.
I
saw a lot of people screenshot that already.
Then you have the one for the woman now. See? Libido for woman. See, the pink is for the woman.
Yeah.
The black is for the man. So if the woman is low in estrogen, because when a woman going through menopause, she don't want sex either. So estrogen level is low. Like the man who have a high testosterone level at 17, 18, 19, 20, he wants sex. She rushing that. The woman who's past the age of 50, her estrogen level drops too. So once her estrogen drops, her sex drive drops too. So we give her either some the match for women, or we give her some progesterone with some estriol, and we increase the estrogen level, and we increase her vaginal dryness with giving her the estriol for the dry vagina to get it lubricated, and she feel sexually active again. You see what I'm saying? So it can be done. It's just that a lot of men feel they could come out and kill that pussycat, brother, or you can't kill nothing.
Can't kill nothing.
Pussycat killing all you, because you come at me every day and say, yo, dead boy, a dead boy. My wife and my woman boy are dead. I say, you're dead? Lazarus? I can't raise Lazarus, you know. I ain't can't.
Let me give some of my business out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I am in my 40s, and I still feel like I'm in my sexual prime. Seriously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like I am in that prime, just as if probably a little less, but just like if I was 25, 30, and I'm in my 40s, right?
Mm-hmm.
What am I right, or what am I doing right to still have that or maintain that that urge that I'm here? No, and I'm not taking any medication. I'm not taking anything to assist me in that kind of way, but I'm still good. Like, what am I doing right? Or
you're eating some good food, or your genes. My father had 30 children.
Oh,
you know, and I'm way older than you. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm hitting 70.
You?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
That's what I'm telling you. Yeah. Hitting 70. You know, my first son is 50 years old. And my son when I was 20. You see what I'm saying? So
Wow.
I I don't say I don't eat bad, but I fast a lot. And then I do a lot of cleansing of the vessels, of the blood vessels. So I keep my vessels healthy. So then when I get up in the morning, I get up with a pH because I always tell men, if you want to know if you had a pH in the morning, take a stamp and stick it on your penis before you go to bed.
Yeah.
Get up in the morning. If that stamp break, you're good. If that stamp break, you're bad. Come and see Patrick next.
Yeah. And for a lot of men who take like Viagra and all that other stuff,
Them crap together.
that damage you over time, right?
Look, the man who went to take the Viagra the last time in Belmont, he go on and you have a young girl and he go on and he take the Viagra and he go in and he go,
Yeah.
heart attack and he's dead and the woman pushed him off one and she gone. You know, because these are only chemicals, brothers. And you have young brothers, 29 and 31 and 35, taking Viagra. I don't take that crap. I don't take that. I don't need it. You see, because the Viagra and the Cialis that they give you as a man is not going to fix your troubles. And after a while, your body gets used to that. The body says, "I don't work no more." I have natural Viagra. I give you a lot of men, but I always tell them, don't get used to that because at the end of the day, after a while, that don't work for you. You have to naturally keep your reproductive system healthy by keeping the prostate healthy. Once you keep the prostate healthy and you keep the heart well, because the heart have to pump, it's common sense. If your heart have to pump the blood through the circulatory system, your heart is going to be very significant in your sexual health. So you have to work on your heart, keep the heart healthy. Don't get high blood pressure, don't get diabetes because the both of them will damage your penis anyway. And then you deal with circulation. And then what I advise men to do is get market on men, or you will thank me later on. Or you will thank. Get 10 lime.
Mm-hmm.
Cut the lime with the skin on in 4 pieces. Or lemon, or key limes. So you get 10 lime, key lime, or lemon, you cut them in 4 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
You get 2 sticks of ginger. You get 6 grains of garlic.
Mm-hmm.
And you crush them up. Don't take off the skin of the lime. And then you blend it in a blender and you count to 10 seconds. When you blend it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stop the blender. When you stop the blender, you put it on a little stainless steel pot and you simmer it for about 3 minutes and you strain it and you take 1 rum glass in the morning when you get up and 1 rum glass before you go to bed and your woman will be happy.
Mm.
And if you find you're coming too quick, before you're going to pussycat, before you enter your breaking, go and work on your kidney because your kidney weak.
Yeah. I see a comment there. Somebody said, some Obama person said, Junior, you're lying. What the hell that person know about me? Like, what does that person know about me in the bedroom?
What the person say?
Junior, you're lying. Like, what the hell? Who is that? Who is that? Like,
he must have a camera in your bedroom, boy.
I don't understand. Where you come out with that? Well, I don't understand. A man probably stay in my bedroom, know what I'm doing and all that kind of stuff.
Now, this herb is good for men who have premature ejaculation. It's called Romania. It's a Chinese plant that works on the kidney. So when a man is spitting too fast because his kidney is weak, we give him Romania, and Romania helps to keep the kidney strong. So when you go to the vagina, you don't spit fast. Yeah?
Okay.
Plus, we have a new formula come out now called Men's Drive, and we have one called Men's Delight. And there is herbs as maca, and there's an herb here called, where it is? She's here from Jamaica called Strong Man Back. It's not like something like Babande, but it's more stronger than Babande. It's called Strong Man Back. And
Give
we mix
that to that Obama Jackson person. Just prescribe that and send it to that person. I think that person have some problem. They probably need. They're projecting themselves or trying to project themselves onto me. So send them that Strong Man Back. I go pay for it. Send him to that Jackson person.
we have it in a new formula called Men's Drive, and we have another one called Men's Delight. The Men's Drive have more Chinese herbs, and they have things like maca and katuba and Mario Puma, but I put in more Chinese plants and more herbs that help with circulation and keep the man up ED. If the man have impotence, then we ask the man to use the Men's Drive or the Men's Delight with the circulation formula and the testosterone RX. with the nitric oxide. If he is over 50 or 60 and going to 70, and he finally having troubles there, he can use the testosterone with the nitric oxide with the men's drive and the men's delight. You know, it's a new product we came out with called men's drive. It will be out in about another couple of days when I come back to New York. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. A lot of stuff, Patrick. So let's prescribe something here now for a man who have erectile dysfunction, having problem in the bedroom. Give them a kind of blueprint of what he need to do, or what does he need to get from you to fix that as quick as possible.
Well, we have a program called Stroke, Aneurysm, and Blood Vessel Disease Program. They can use that program. That program tells them how to use the remedies that I mentioned a while ago to clean up the arteries. They could use the program is on my website, Patrick Delves, holistichealing.com, or they could add me on WhatsApp on 631-530-2329, and I will send it to you for free. Let's look at it and you just buy the products and let's go use that program, and you trust me, mommy, gonna be happy. Every morning you get your penis, your cockroach hard. When you push it inside of a vagina, put together, they say, Jesus Christ, what did you use? I use Patrick Delves remedy, boy. You understand? That's what it is.
The Obama person is a female. That Obama person is a female.
Female.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I promise. All right. All right. So that's good. What about for women now, Patrick? Women who need to increase that libido flow, increase that sex drive. What do women need?
I tell all you women already. Are you using that what you call a rose? Leave the rose alone.
The rose.
Leave the rose alone. Leave the rose alone. Man who joking on the penis, don't jock off. After you jock after a while, your dick penis can get hard because you see a pussycat down, pussycat straight to him. Your hand is the way you're doing it. Leave that alone. Women, leave the rose alone. If the man is not, if the man, you see, women are very, very sensitive, you know.
Yeah.
When a man having sex with a woman, he feel because the woman, oh God, oh yes, oh yeah, Patrick, oh God, it's sweet, it's nice. Yeah, it's sweet, it's nice. But is she having an orgasm? Hell no. And then she said to him, yeah, it's sweet and nice. She said, steady, because I will come. It's so good, but I will come before you come. She wants you to get that rose, bro. Because a woman might, some women will come and tell you they never had an orgasm yet with a penis inside them, you know.
Yeah, true.
But with oral sex they can.
Yes.
But some women can have an orgasm when they're on the top. But we men, so we so macho. I don't want a woman come on top of me. Yo, brother, let her come and ride your blood fire penis too, because that's what she's gonna come. Some women come by having a back shot. Some women can't come when you're on top of them either. But the woman could tell you, listen, you see that spot you're hitting right there? You stay right there, bro. If you stay right there, they're going to make me have an orgasm. But he's so weak. He's staying right there and he wants to move around. Oh, shit, you move, man, you lose it. Ain't the goddamn thing, bro. She's telling you stay one place, but you feel so macho, you're going all over the place, inside, in and out, and in between. She said, yo, stay right there. And then when she come down and you have your break all them thing inside, and you go about, and she bought.
But at least, Patrick, if when women are actually telling you, if a woman is actually telling you what does it for her, it's better, because some men feel like with the who and that they feel like that
ain't saying nothing.
That's right.
But she make real noise, boy. Did she come?
Yeah. I'm mash it up. I've done it.
She make real noise last night, but say, hold on, did she have orgasm? I ain't know. Did she tell you that? I don't know. So she didn't feel good, but she didn't have an orgasm though. So she had to go use the rose, because the rose will make her have an
yeah.
and plus, Some women, I know they won't know that too, some women into so much of oral sex that if the man don't have oral sex with them, they can't have an orgasm with the man penetrating. That's a bad thing. Don't get used to one way. Because if you get used to one way, only oral sex, then eventually the man will come make you have an orgasm when he gets inside you. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So a man's supposed to make you have 1 orgasm, 2 orgasm, 3 orgasm, 4 orgasm, and 5 orgasm till you get tired and you fall asleep on his ass. That's the man. If
Yeah.
he can make you have 1, he's a zombie.
Yeah. So, Keith has a question. She said, Junior, for Patrick, do every woman G-spot located in the same place?
No, every woman is not the same place. You see? Some women go on the left. Some women you can't go into her into deep because their G spot is in the front and the middle.
Yeah.
Some women again you got to go deep inside and stay right there hitting the G spot. While some women G spot is on the right hand side, yeah. Some women G spot is on around the clitoris where you could just tickle it a little bit, boom, 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 and they have everybody's different though.
Right in the
So
back there.
you have to experiment with your woman until you can find out where her G spot is, and then you're gonna have her for life. If not, a next man gonna come into your cane field and eat your goddamn cane. That's what it is, right? And if the man making her come 2 or 3 times too, oh God, lose that shit gone.
You're broad. Oh, God, Lord of mercy. I hope all you hide the kids because somebody's conversation is too much. But they need to learn anyway. They need to learn anyway. Kids, I mean, they need to understand. But
Yeah.
Patrick, it's important. Some real good information here for men and women. Now, people want to contact you because a lot of people saying they want some of the herbal remedies to get their sex life back up to par again. Give them your information. Where could they contact you? Website, whatever is available.
Well, the website is patrickdellsHolisticHealing.com. If you are from Grenada, do not go to the website because all the products are here in Grenada. So you're going to waste your money because you have to go and pay $50 for shipping. So if you are in Grenada, do not go to the website. You can always come to the conference and get it from us. The website is Patrick Dell's HolisticHealing.com. That's the website. If you're from the UK, from America, you could come from Africa, you can use the website. And then the number over in Grenada is 416-2310. That's a Grenada number. 416-2310 or 420-0856. And in New York is 631-530-2329, and that number is on WhatsApp. You can WhatsApp me. I'm going to send you the program to help the men to clean up the arteries so they can have a good erection. Yeah, and we have the number in New York, the store is 718-469-0985. You can ask for Ashanti because that's where we work from, and that's where we try to help our people. So the website, looking for the website is Patrick Delves. HolisticHealing.com, and we have new products. We have a stem cell product. We have bone marrow products that we're making on a regular basis. We have another product called anti-cytokine Inflamed for women who have breast cancer, and where the macrophages are being fooled by the cancer cells and creating the cytokine storm. We have a product that we just made for that with lots of Chinese plants to help you, the woman, cancer from moving by decreasing the Th2 lymphocyte and increasing your Th1 lymphocyte, which is your protector and your healer. Okay? Yeah? Havli? You have.
All right.
Come on.
So the number again, if you want to call, write this number down, guys. Locally in Grenada, 416.
Yeah.
416.
Yeah. And this is the next herbalist in Grenada right here. His name is Kurt. Yeah.
How you doing,
So
sir?
if I'm not in Grenada, when I'm not in Grenada, then they always could call Kurt. Could you have the number for them to call?
457-4800.
457-4800. When Patrick does not in Grenada, the man right there. 457-4800. 4800. Yeah? Because we have to try to educate our people because each one teach one. You know, how are they going to go? You're going to teach somebody else. And then who he's going to eat, who he taught, they're teaching going to teach somebody else because we have to have a lot of our people being educated about herbal medicine. It's not about just going and pick up herbs and let's drink it like that. It doesn't work like that. You know, you have to know the energy of the plant. You have to know what the main herb is. You have to know what the supporting herbs are, what it do. You have to know what the assistant herbs are. So you have to know what kind of disease a person have, and then you have to use the herbs in sync with the condition of the energy of the individual. Otherwise, you won't just waste your money. You know what I'm saying? So we have a program on now, the 4-day program, and the program is to restore the function of the digestive system. You can go to my Facebook page, Patrick Dells, with the blue dot. A lot of scammers out there too. Look for the blue dot to Patrick Dells, and you can just download that. You can just look at the program and follow it for me. If you're in Grenada, you can come and get the herbs here. And that 4-day program, I'm going to teach you how to restore the function of your digestive system so that your digestive system can function a fire of a 6-cylinder. We call it digestive fire. And you will never get a disease fast. Yeah?
Right.
Do you think that happened, bro?
Thank you so much, Patrick. Again, someone wants the New York number.
Or 631-530-2329. I'll be in New York next Wednesday. God give me health and strength. Yeah? And then we're going to Jamaica on the 3rd of May to the 13th of May at a big seminar over there. They invite me to come and do a retreat, to do a talk over there. So I'm going to be in Jamaica. And then we have a big seminar I think it's May 18th in Atlanta. Yeah, it's going to be big in Black Wall Street. And we're going to Baltimore in the Black Bookstore. And then we're going to Philly. We're going to go and then we're going back to Jersey and back to Philly again, you know? So we could keep on spreading the message to our people, especially in the Black community, because each month in the Black community, a dialysis center is popping up. Because we are the class. We don't own the centers. So we have to learn these things. We have to look out for our brothers and our sisters. We have to support each other, because everybody's going to come in our community and take what we have and move out. And then our community become very poor and they become very rich. So we have to learn to teach each other, feed off each other, and try to avoid getting diabetes and hypertension and lupus, because those are the conditions that causing you to go on a machine on dialysis where there is no return, losing your kidney. Yeah. So we teach you or to do programs to prevent kidney disease, to prevent kidney failure, so you can prevent yourself from going on the dialysis center and going on a machine. Yeah. That's the purpose of mankind, to help each other. Blessed love, my brother.
Thank you so much, Patrick. We really appreciate you.
Every
Okay?
time, my brother. Love. All right.
Thank you so much. Guys, Patrick Dells, guys. There's no other person as informed as Patrick Dells when it comes to herb. No other. He's globally acclaimed. Right? I'm happy to call him my friend because, you know, as I said, I was in Tongue today, and I just happened to bounce up Patrick, and I said, Patrick, listen, we didn't have a conversation in a long time. Let me know if you could do something today. And he gladly accepted, and I'm happy that he did, because of this conversation, I think a lot of lives will be changed. If guys, you don't just sit there and expect, you know, you'll be healed or not. Well, healed. I don't know if that's the right word, but helped, right? So you have to call, you have to take the initiative, and please, guys, call Patrick, right? I know a lot of people, they may call me and ask me about what Patrick would say. I am not the herbalist. I don't know none of this stuff. So if you need that information, I'm urging you to call Patrick. We gave the New York number, we gave the Grenada number, we gave the website, we gave all the contact information. Don't call me because I don't know. I don't know about these things. Because if you call me, I'm just going to give you Patrick Dells' number again, right? Because I don't know. And don't ask me what I think or my opinion on it, because I really don't know. And I can't give you no information about herbs. Okay? Thank you. Guys, we appreciate you. And we thank you guys for chiming in and being a part of Ride Along Live. We're not all about the, like, you know, if there is some kind of controversy happening over there or a political conversation happening over there. No, Ride Along Live is everything. Ride Along Live is life, right? We talk about this type of content. We talk about things that will affect you positively, whether it's immigration, legal stuff, or health stuff. It's just sad that when we have these conversations, important conversations like these, A lot of people like, you know what, I'll pass today. I'm going to pass on that today. And then they go and then they have this conversation in the backroom office or whatever and say, you know, the only thing that Ride Along Live feature is whether it's something that happened that we have a conversation about, someone sharing their story that people might think is drama or whatever the case is, because that's all they watch. I would hope that is people broaden their horizon, and when we have contents like this, when we have programs like this, they participate, they watch, and they learn. Because Ride Along Live is life. That's what we are. And we thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of our program. We are here every day, right? Bringing you the good content, great information. And we love you. Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate you. And we could not be here doing what we are doing now without the kind assistance from our sister company. We call it Ride Excursions and Tours, guys. If you're in Grenada and you're looking for a tuk-tuk excursion, you need to check out Ride. In fact, guys, we also launched our taxi service, right? We also launched our taxi service. So Ride Taxi, if you're looking for a taxi to get around, you could also call Ride. Or you could book your taxi by clicking that link right there or scanning that code right there. You can book your taxi from there. Also, guys, we have to say thanks to the Grenada Tourism Authority, the GTA, right? The GTA, Grenada Tourism Authority, they make sure that the lights stay on. They are a big sponsor to the ride. And of course, JetBlue for getting you down from Grenada to the US. From the US to Grenada, back and forth every day. So if you're flying, you gotta fly JetBlue. Guys, also, if you're looking to rent an e-bike, this is what you could do. Give Ride a call, the number 473-422-1011, and rent an e-bike. Quick and easy way to get around town. Ride e-bikes, accessible and affordable. Call now. And don't forget, guys, ride on the water, ride on the seas, ride the waves with Ride. Hey, also thanks to the Grenada Lottery Authority, the NLA, National Lotteries Authority. We'll be right back.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians! From wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up several notches. But the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come.
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit Beacon.
Looking for the ultimate island experience? Hop on the Ride Tuk-Tuk Rum Punch Tour and explore Grenada like never before. Feel the tropical breeze, sip on authentic Caribbean rum punch, and cruise through Grenada's stunning scenery in our unique and fun tuk-tuks. It's the perfect blend of adventure and island flavor. Book your unforgettable tour now at ride.gd or call 473-422-1011. Don't just see Grenada, experience it with Ride Tuk-Tuk Rum Punch Tours today.
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit Beacon.
Are you looking to take your business or event to the next level? Advertise on Ride Along Live and reach over 10 million viewers worldwide every month. With a global audience tuning in for the latest news, entertainment, and culture, your message will get the exposure it deserves. Don't miss the opportunity to showcase your brand to a diverse and engaged audience. Ride Along Live, where the world watches and your business grows. Contact us.
And guys, thank you for watching and thanks for being a part of our program. Don't forget, if you have a business and you want to advertise, we are the #1 platform in the morning and at prime time, right along live. For more information and to advertise, you can call 718-701-5720 or inbox us. Right Along Live. Catch you guys again tomorrow. Peace out and good night.
With the host, we belong. Energy high, heart so bright. Tune in, feel the light. Global love taking flight. Every ride a sheer delight. Making waves across the seas. Love and joy in the breeze. Ride along live if you please. Bringing hope with such ease. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host, we belong. Energy high, heart so bright, tune in, feel the light. Global love taking flight, every ride a sheer delight. Making waves across the seas, love and joy in the breeze. Ride along live if you please, bringing hope with such ease. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host, we belong.